Welcome back, everyone, to another GTA Online Q&A. Today, I got some questions from some people in my Discord, and let's just hop right in. The first one from Shadow for how many more broken things do we need in GTA Online? Like for the Oppressor Mark II, they took everything bad about the Oppressor and removed it, and they gave us the Oppressor Mark II. So, yeah. Alright, this may not be a popular thought, but I'll explain why I think this way. I would actually rather there be way too much OP stuff in a game than not. And my reasoning for this goes back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. In Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I would say, and if you've played the game, you would know this, everything was overpowered. Now, yes, there was some more overpowered things, right? Like there was the one-man army noob tubes, there was commando lunging, and there was probably some other stuff that I can't think of that was really good. But pretty much every gun in that game, except for the F2000, that was the only gun that sucked. Every gun was incredible, and you could do really well with every single gun. And because of that, that game was so much fun. Because you weren't limited by one gun being the OP one. And you could choose sort of how you wanted to play, and odds are, it was going to play really well. Yeah, again, there were some play styles that were a little bit better than the others. But for the most part, most of them were really, really good. And bringing this back to GTA, I would rather Rockstar just put so much overpowered stuff in the game than only having one or two things overpowered. Because if everything's overpowered, then nothing's overpowered, right? I know it's not really exactly how it works, but I hope you guys get what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the Oppressor Mark II is very broken. I kind of like it though, because I can get around the map. Like, I don't use it for griefing purposes because I just like to fly around the map very quickly. I like to call it instantly. So that's what I use it for. Obviously, yeah, people do use it to grief. But I did make a video over the weekend showing how you can stop people in an Oppressor Mark II. So it's not completely OP. Like, there are ways to defend against it. But going forward, I guess going back to your question, how many more broken things do they need to add? Let them add everything, man. Like, give me a hoverboat that can go on land, that has crazy, like, SAM turret lock-on missiles, that has some explosive cannons. Give me that. You know, give me some more armored vehicles. Give me an armored supercar that maybe can drop mines or look, at this point, GTA Online is broken. There's no going back. There's no fixing it. So just keep adding on. Like, let's just keep getting crazier and crazier. That's my mindset. I mean, yeah, obviously there's people out there who probably don't agree with that. And look, if you don't, then let me know in the comment section. But with the way GTA is at the moment, I'm all for it, man. Give me everything. Give me a crazy ass helicopter that's armored, that's got missiles, bombs, everything. I know we have a few of those. Give me some more crazy planes. Yeah, I don't know. Give me it all. That's what I'm saying. Compressed Venom, he says, how do you think GTA Online will be in a year or so? More flying cars, rockets, etc. That's an interesting thought. I definitely think there's going to be a lot more flying vehicles. It's what sells. And obviously that's what Rockstar, that's why they're adding more and more of these types of vehicles, because people buy them. People get shark cards to buy them. It's the unfortunate part, you know, of the game. GTA Online is a business for Rockstar, and if people keep buying these crazy OP cars, crazy flying cars, then why don't, they should keep making more. Like, that's what they see. So yeah, I think we're gonna see some more crazy stuff. I still think, dude, I'm calling it. In the Terabyte, you can see, like I mentioned in yesterday's Rockstar Logic, you can see these little drones. I think we're gonna get some sort of crazy ball-shaped car, and we're gonna get some crazy helicopter. I think that was a little tease at the future, but I definitely see them adding more. Now, how more crazy can they get from the Oppressor Mark II? I don't know. I mean, we thought, how much more crazy would they get from the regular Oppressor? And then they brought us the Deluxo, and now we have the Oppressor Mark II. So, you know, I'm sure they'll think of something. And if anything, they could look at probably some mods and stuff and see what people do. on there. But yeah, they could do some crazy things. One thing we don't have a all-in-one vehicle. We don't have something that can submerge like the Stromberg, and then maybe fly, and then like I don't know. They could combine a lot of things and release more stuff. But I think in a year, you're definitely going to be seeing a lot more of that. But again, I hope they just add a lot more stuff that is OP, so there's more variety. So instead of just seeing an Oppressor Mark II, you see the Oppressor Mark II mixed with the Deluxo Mark II, mixed with the Hydra Mark II, right? I don't know. I'm just making up names, but that's what I would like to see. Will it happen? Who knows? But I do think that you're going to be seeing even more craziness in free roam. Then we have Shadow Fur again. Do you think RDR2 will become unbalanced similar to GTA with all the OP? Yeah. Well, I hope not. I hope that they realize GTA can do that and then Red Dead Redemption can't. And I think, look, from the trailers so far, I have full confidence. Obviously, we haven't seen an online trailer. That's going to really determine what happens there. But I think the craziest you'll get is like an Undead Nightmare scenario where there's zombies or something like that. Keegan, do you think it's possible for Rockstar to add more businesses since we have the Nerve Center? I would like more businesses, and I think the Nightclub DLC would have been the perfect opportunity to do that. And I guess technically the Nightclub is a business, but I don't think they actually will add more businesses because I think they've kind of run out of businesses to add. Now, they could definitely improve on the ones we already have. I would love to see an import and export part 2 to revamp some of that stuff because that's one of the most popular DLCs. But as far as new businesses, I don't see that happening. Then we have a Kyer Droya. What car in GT Line is your favorite? It doesn't have to be the fastest or the most armored, just whatever you like the look of the most. If I had to pick a car that I like the look of the most, I think for me it would be the XA21. That car, I just absolutely love that car's look, and actually it sounds really nice too, and it has some decent customization. So if I had to pick one, that would be mine. Sergeant Scran, what do you think the next Mark II weapons will be? I actually don't know if we're going to get new Mark II weapons. I mean, you would think they would do that, but who knows with Rockstar. The ones I would like to see, though, I mean, I guess like an assault shotgun Mark II. That would be kind of cool. It might be pretty overpowered, though. Maybe like an RPG Mark II, only to have different types of ammo. Maybe like one's better for armored vehicles or like tanks, and then maybe one is a little bit better for other things. I don't know. I don't really use many vehicles because I don't ever really like shoot people because I don't like that part of the game as much. So that's not a question that I necessarily ask myself too often. But maybe they could do one of the melee weapons Mark II and then sort of somehow transform it into like a chainsaw, or have like a chainsaw blade on it or something. I don't know. Next question from Officer Joseph. Remember the leak stuff we found about the La Mesa police station? What do you think ever happened to that? Is the garbage can in the office chair? So yeah, if you guys remember, there was some leaked pictures from Flight MW2, and something in the game files, it had coordinates to these two locations. Like one was inside of a police station, and it was an office chair in it, and then one was outside the police station. That could have been just for some adversary mode or something that they had planned and then they scrapped, or maybe that they're still working on. I'm sure we'll eventually see it because that's what they seem to be doing. They seem to be adding all the cut content over the years back into the game. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see what that is within the next, couple of DLCs. But that somewhat ties into the final question from Ian, question of the day. What do you think the December DLC will be if one is released? And let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? But for me, I kind of think a Doomsday Heist Part 2 makes a lot of sense. Now, will they do it? Because it might require a decent amount of work. That's the question, obviously. But I think a Doomsday Heist Part 2 would really work well. One, because Doomsday Heist Part 1 was awesome. People loved it. I think that was like the time when they had the most players ever in GT Line. So obviously some new players came to the game and it was a lot of fun. It was very hard and challenging, but it was a lot of fun. And if they were to do a part 2 with maybe not the same, well, maybe a little bit of the same characters. Obviously you can't do it with, I'm completely blanking on the dude's name, but the rich guy. I don't know. You guys will correct me in the comment section. But maybe there's some new heists that we can do, and maybe that's how they involve the whole Navy DLC stuff idea. Like, maybe a lot of these take place out in the ocean or something. That would be my guess at this point, because all the other things, they would probably have to make new models and new content, where with a Doomsday Part 2, they have most of the ideas already in place, or like most of the gameplay already there. You know, just rework the missions. Obviously, you need to write some new stories, some new missions, but I would say the general outline is there, so it would be somewhat simple, I would imagine. I don't know anything about game development, but that's sort of what I'm thinking this December's DLC will be. I know I've sort of gone back and forth on this or on other DLCs, but I'm kind of leaning towards this. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Anyway, that is it with this Q&A. Thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more awesome GTA content, hit that bell so you get a notification when I do upload another video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.